All right, man. It. It is what it is. So, I'm still having problems trying to fix the sound issue. And nothing's working that I've done so far. I mean, it sounds terrible. But this is what we're going to do. We're just going to put the volume down very, very low. Might even mute the games. Eventually, I plan on getting it fixed. But the show must go on, dog. We're behind now. And I want to get this out before the next games come out. And we're not too far from when they do. Plus, they've already verified that they're going to have the FCS schools on College Football 26. So without further ado, Season 12 is officially underway. And we have an interesting game in Week 1, or what they now call 0 Week. Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all cat something. So I did make some changes to the playbook, but eventually I'm going to change it back because I forgot some formations. I added a 5 wide receiver set, which I don't really like. I do like having options to have tight ends or using a max of 4 wide receivers. But we're going to change this eventually and go back to the ones that we're missing. It was a couple of ace formations. With that being said, let's get into the first week. So the Tennessee State Tigers, they were hosting the Brown Bears of the Ivy League, and they beat them 45-22. 45-22. Look at Harrell though. 18 carries, 114 yards, 2 tutties, along with 3 receptions, 53 more yards, and a touchdown through the air. Man had a magnificent game versus Brown. And on top of that, he was no doubt named MEAC Offensive Player of the Week. You got Tony Stevens, the linebacker. Stevens had 6 tackles and a fumble recovery. So that's a good start to the season for those Tennessee State Tigers. Now, here goes the Heisman watch list. You got Justin Frankie Beverly Mays up top. And that's good because we thought he was going to win it last year. Matt Smith, quarterback for New Mexico State. James Darlington of North Carolina State. Jason Davis of Michigan. And then running back Mike McKenzie of the Wolfpack of Raleigh, North Carolina. So with that being said, it is time to reveal the schedule for Season 12. Joseph Cooley's last season at Alabama State before he takes the athletic director job at, well, that's still to be determined. So without further ado, let's reveal the schedule. First game of the season. We're going out the Manhattan, Kansas, aka the Little Apple. We're taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. They are ranked in the top 25. They are in the Big 12. And at times, this could be a very hostile environment, man. And in my opinion, this is one of the most underrated stadiums in FBS college football. Second game of the season. We're back at the crib, taking on a team that's currently ranked in the top 10. The North Carolina State Wolfpack. They have been awesome over the last recent years. They have won a few ACC titles, and they're looking to come in here and ruin our season and give us our first L in a very, very long time. Third game of the season, another spot we've never been to before. Yeah, they're not a Big 12 school anymore in real life, but once upon a time they were. We're going out to Columbia, Missouri, taking on the Missouri Tigers in another stadium that I really like. This is a very nice scenery. You see the big M over there that looks like the north or the south end zone. Fourth game, we start SWAC play. And the newest football stadium in the SWAC, we're taking on the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Prairie View A&M, they made the SWAC championship game last season. We put them in a blender. Well, it didn't start off like that, but eventually we did. Put them in a blender. We're taking on the Panthers. Fifth game, last SWAC MEAC challenge for Joseph Cooley as head coach at Alabama State. For the first time, we're going to Armstrong Stadium, and we're going to be taking on the Hampton Pirates, a team that has now won back-to-back MEAC titles. Hampton got a pretty good defense, so we got to be ready for whatever, dog. They are going to be on our ass if we are not prepared. Next game, back at the crib, taking on the FAMU Rattlers. Florida A&M had a nightmare season last season, and now they're looking to redeem themselves, get back to bowl eligibility, and get back to winning ways. So let's see what happens with the Florida Rattlers this season, dog. It's not like them to have a lot of losing seasons, but over the recent years, they haven't been looking too hot. Very mid, if I do say so myself. Next game, we'll be going up against Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman has never been bowl eligible throughout this entire series. They've never had a winning season throughout this entire series. Surprisingly, they haven't been on probation yet, but they have given us hell. So games 8, 9, and 10, 3 straight home games. Taking on Mississippi Valley State first. We're going to be taking on the Southern Jaguars after that. And then we're taking on the Jackson State Tigers. And the last home game of the season, if my memory is correct. Each of these teams have given us problems over the years. We have been victorious in most of them. But no doubt Jackson State and Southern have given us the most trouble. Then we go to game 11. We're down in the hole, taking on the Grambling State Tigers, a team with a very rich history, a team that wants to get back to that rich history. And I believe we are now 2 years removed since Grambling State had that season where they went winless. Not one single game that they won. So yeah, they had a way better season this past season, but they want to get better and get back to their winning ways. Last but not least, we're going to be in the season in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, when we take on the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. A team, for the most part, they have been losing a lot, but they have had a handful of winning seasons. They have also just had a player that just got drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the recent draft. So with that being said, that is the schedule. Join us next time. We're going to be in the Little Apple, aka Manhattan, Kansas. Peace.